Hello and welcome to day 1 of our October Pilates challenge. Pilates is a system of exercises that was created by a man named Joseph Pilates, hence where we get the name. He originally called it contrology, the study of control. And he dove into a wide range of different movement modules, focusing on the mind-body connection, and ultimately became very focused on concepts of how posture and breath create our sense of health or disease. So within Pilates, we are focusing what most people know of as the core muscles and how we create support for our body, for not only our posture, but also for all of our joints. So it is a form that is fantastic for cross-training, for rehabilitation, and for all bodies. So let's dive into a quick little introduction to get us going for this month with success. If you would like, grab a mat or a towel, some kind of situation to give your spine a little padding off of the floor. Unlike yoga, where your mat is creating a non-stick or slick surface, right? For Pilates, it's actually creating a little bit of padding so that your bones don't press into the floor in a way that's uncomfortable for you. We all have different bodies, so also knowing that some of us are more sensitive to that than others. So feel free to play around, see if you need one mat, if you need two mats, if you need a mat and a towel, if you need a single towel, whatever the case is, make it comfortable for you. So we are going to start actually by laying down. Within the space, allowing yourself enough room to expand your arms out to the side, as well as to lengthen from head to toe. So that's the type of room you're going to need. So if you need to rearrange a little bit of furniture or such, please do so. We're going to start by bending the knees so that we can have the foot flat on the floor, bringing the feet hip distance apart. And this is a really nice place to start so that your low back can be relaxed and we can try to gently open up some space around the hip sockets. So within this position, allow those arms to relax by your sides. And let's just start thinking about where the spine is placed. Think of lengthening that tailbone along the floor. Now we all have habits of holding our posture in different ways, right? So we might find that we tend to tuck the tailbone under or that we arch the spine. Let's see if we can go for a sense of length. Now within that, again, that's going to be a little different for all of our bodies. So thinking not necessarily about emulating my shape, but feeling this out for your own body. So within this, that we're going for some space across the front pockets, as well as through the lower back. That we can start inviting the concept of a neutral pelvis, that our pelvic bowl is neither tipped in one direction or the other, or towards the sides, but long and reaching across the floor. And now, keeping that hip position, begin diving your belly button down and up towards the spine, so that you can feel the belly button scooping in towards the back of the body. And this starts waking up the very beginning concepts of our core. So it's not a sucked in belly, but starting to engage the abdominal muscles in and up. Feeling that deep scoop, trying to hollow out the belly within that work to whatever our muscles can do for today. Keeping that, let's start feeling those ribs by taking a nice deep inhale, and generally we'll breathe in towards the ribs. So we'll breathe towards the front of the body, and then a nice deep exhale, and we can feel the ribs begin to drop. Now, instead of actually breathing into the front of the body like we might do with certain yoga practices or singing, right? We're actually going to start breathing towards the back of the body. Now, this is a fun concept to introduce. So let's actually take those hands to the sides of the ribs if we can. And think about, again, drawing that belly button in and up. And then drawing those front ribs together, much like you feel when you do a crunch. Now let's just try to breathe into the sides of the ribs. So we're going to take that inhale, instead of breathing towards the ceiling, breathe into the sides of the ribs. Let the ribs expand towards the sides. And then exhale and let them draw in towards your center.
Let's do that again. Inhale and breathe into the sides of the body. And then exhale into center. And now, instead of just breathing into the sides, let's actually try to breathe towards the floor. So drawing those abs in, drawing the ribs towards your center, let's actually breathe and try to expand the ribs towards the back of the body. And then exhale. And try that a few times. And please note that generally when we first start doing this as a concept and as an experience, there may not feel like there's a lot of room to breathe towards there. It will take a little bit of practice. So do what you can. Take that nice deep inhale, try to breathe, feeling out the lungs towards the back of the body. And then that long deep exhale, trying to wrap the waistline a bit more. And let's go ahead and inhale through the nose, filtering in that air. And then we're going to exhale out of the mouth so we can expel the lungs. And inhale, abs and ribs, nice and strong and tight, that core set of muscles around the waistline. And long, deep exhale. And let's do one more like that. Inhale, feeling that breath press gently in towards the floor. And then exhale. Now keep that going. So keeping the tailbone reaching outwards, working on finding our neutral pelvis, scooping the abs in, drawing the ribs together and breathing towards the back of the body. And as we build onto that, let's start widening the shoulders across the floor and draw the chin slightly down towards the chest as we gain some length in the back of the neck. Now, that range of motion might be restricted depending on the tightness that we're feeling in those neck muscles. Do what you can in agreement to where the body would like to go today. And then float those arms up to the ceiling. That's reaching straight up to the sky as we draw that chin down, as we widen through the chest, tightening the ribs, scooping the abs in, reaching through that tailbone, and then just reach that right shoulder off the floor. Peel that shoulder up and away, and then release the shoulder back down. And let's go ahead and inhale through that left arm, and release down. Alternating through that inhale, right arm, and release. And inhale, left arm, and release. Starting to feel space in the upper back. Inhale, right arm, and exhale, release the shoulder. And inhale, left arm, and exhale, release. Feeling a little more space across the upper back. And then go ahead and relax those arms back down by your sides. Hopefully feeling a little more ease in the shoulders. Scooping those abs and ribs in. Let's actually now walk the ankles and the knees together, filling out the lowest part of our core, which are the inner thighs. So we can begin squeezing the inseams of the pants together, starting to activate the inner thigh. So now we have core-wise inner thighs, abs scooping in and up, ribs drawn together, and shoulders wide. Now keeping those knees glued together, gently twist those legs to the side. The hip can come off the floor, but we're going to keep the ribs relaxed. And then exhale the knees to center. And let's go and inhale and twist the legs to the other side. And exhale to center, starting to work into what we call low back stretch. Inhale one direction, inner thighs, abs, ribs strong, and exhale to center. And inhale side, and exhale to center, keeping that chest relaxed and the shoulders wide. Inhale side, and exhale to center, and inhale side, and exhale to center. Now, just feeling a little more space, hopefully, in that lower back. So again, building on these concepts, we get the inner thighs, we get the abs, we get the ribs, we get those wide shoulders. And then connecting to those abs just a little bit more, just like a crunch, like a true abdominal crunch. We're going to think of curling the upper body, from the abdominal muscles. So we can keep the neck relaxed and the chest wide. And then round that back down. So instead of lifting the head, which will feel all that tension in the neck, and then try to lift the shoulders, which then gets into those abs, let's actually think of that hinge being the ribs. Draw the ribs in, so you can lift the upper body. And roll it back down. We're going to do that one more time, right? Think of moving the work from the neck muscles into those core muscles as you round it up and release down. Now giving you some options. Please do what feels best for your neck. This is not a competition. All right, so if you can curl up and keep the neck relatively relaxed, keeping those abs pulled in, then stay lifted. If your neck muscles are talking a lot to you, please put your head back down onto the floor and focus on the rest of the work. From there, drawing those abs in, the ribs tight, squeezing the legs together. Think of lengthening through that tailbone still. We're going to pump those arms with gigantic breaths. We go inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Scoop the belly to the floor and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Expel the lungs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Reach through those shoulders. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Working through the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Keep squeezing the legs together. 4 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Draw the ribs together. 3 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Keep reaching through the neck and 2 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Relax your face and 1 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relaxing it down. All right. That introduces you to hundreds. So hundreds is a warm-up exercise, right? Hopefully you feel actually physically warmer. You feel some blood pulsating through those muscles, right? So you can add a little more demand on the body, but you also feel more awake. Ooh, nice added benefit, right? We got some nice fresh oxygen into those muscles, right? We got a chance to feel out those core muscles as well. Fantastic. Go and hug those knees into your chest. Allow your body weight just to relax into your lower back. If bringing the hands on top of the knees aggravates those knees in any way, hold on behind the knee towards the thigh. Keeping that length in the spine. Squeeze those legs together. Draw those abs and ribs in towards you so you feel that hug around the waistline, and just gently circle those knees around, massaging the lower back towards the floor. And 2, and 1, and let's reverse that for 3, and 2, and 1. Good, relaxing that, and release. Extend the legs long, reach the arms overhead. Take a moment just to lengthen across the room. Go for as much space as you can, and then relax. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. And then circle those ankles and the wrists for 3, and 2, and 1. And then reverse that for 3, and 2, and 1. And relax. All right. Introducing the concepts of that Pilates breath, breathing towards the back of the body. Starting to feel out our core muscles. Starting to feel out some length in that posture, get some little bit of warmth going on in there, and finding expansion in the body. This is day 1. Hopefully waking things up. Pilates is not about beating you down. It should make you feel good and alive and ready to tackle the rest of your day. So thank you for joining me for day 1. I will see you tomorrow for more core, more Pilates, getting a little bit deeper into it every single day. Let's do this.